Starlings over Brighton Pier. What do they know? What do they hear? Block out the sun. If there was one, like iron filings upon the page, gather around leaders. I see faces that melt and flow, old man's arcades. Starlings over Brighton Pier. Who do we follow? Greater than the song of each and every one, shifting weight from heel to toe, ducking and diving. There is a bigger thing going on. They play their part in. They take me away from this place in a rush and spinning grace. They take me away from this place, from the buzzing of half-remembered fails. Starlings over Brighton Pier. What do they know? What do they hear? They block out the sun. If there was one, they take me away from this place in a rush and spinning grace. They take me away from this place, from the buzzing of half-remembered fails. Yeah, the buzzing of half-remembered fails, from the sting of paper-cut trails. Yeah, the sting of paper-cut trails.
Bell X1 are indeed playing live in our studio today, and I was so glad when I saw you guys were going to begin with that one, which is the song that begins Chop Chop, the new album. It's called Starlings over Brighton Pier, and as you can tell, with that kind of loopy part played on the iPod, but it's such a startling beginning to the album. I just absolutely love it, and it kind of really sets the scene for this new record. So, great song.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now, Chop Chop actually came out over the summer, and so we've had a chance to read all the reviews and hear all the comparisons, which are really complimentary. I mean, Andrew Bird gets mentioned. I'm going to throw in Blue Nile on that track. I just love that. Tell me about the evolution of the sound on this one, because it's a bit of a change since the last album.
I think we talked a lot about shrinking the palette was the mantra, and less sort of digital noises and loop based things from boxes, more simple songwriting. I mean, that's part of. We had the title Chop Chop before we actually made any music. We wanted it to be that sort of free of cerebral activity as much as we could.
Don't overthink anything. And you did I was reading you did a bit of an acoustic tour right before, and that was a bit of an inspiration too.
That's right. Yeah, we've done that. I suppose as a test of the song, we'd play kind of smaller theatre shows back home and do a lot of new material and see how it sort of sits, because there's no substitute for playing in front of other humans. I think is you can rehearse as much as you like, but it sort of there's no comparison.
Now that song, what is the image from? The Starlings over Brighton Pier.
I remember years ago we played in Brighton, and I remember seeing the murmurations of Starlings over Brighton Pier and how amazing that is. And I suppose we project sort of meaning into the sort of natural phenomena that probably isn't there, but it's a beautiful thing, and in trying to sort of convey that motion through music was I suppose the first time we've done that. Sort of, it's almost like onomatopoeia through music, with the loop and with the sort of cascading piano and the various sort of the fluttering of the brass and stuff in it.
And it worked quite well. We're hearing the songs from Chop Chop, which is the new Bell X1 album, and we're glad you guys made it over here to play the cafe. What's next?
We're doing a little musical chairs today, so we're gonna swap over and do a song called Motorcades.
Say I get a little nasty. You say I'm just showing off in front of the visitors. You say I'm going for cheap laughs. Use my offstage prompter. It's true, he helps me connect with my big Napoleon. I don't know what that's about. What's that about? We will receive you in the good way, but still smells a pledge. Pictures of our smiling faces, stations of cross of teeth and puberty. She cries at motorcade. She cries at motorcade. She cries at motorcade. She cries. Before you start, I'm not making fun. People cry at the strangest things. Mine is the Venezuelan national anthem. So many deepest of feelings, so much emotional porn. Public declarations, windy words that fill the sails of empty vessels. Oh, she cries at motorcade. She cries at motorcade. She cries at motorcade. She cries. She cries at motorcade. She cries at motorcade. She
Another great song from Chop Chop, the new album from Bell X1. That is Motorcades. Paul, we still have you to thank Blame for lyrical content.
Yes.
Yes. What inappropriate emotional response triggered what Motorcades?
I just found as I get older, I tend to cry more easily.
Do adverts do that?
Adverts, and yes, I sort of, it cheapens the act, really. You cry at adverts and stuff that's built to make you cry, and sort of goes for the lowest common denominator.
And you kick yourself and you say, what an idiot I am. And yet, yeah.
And even you can turn from, a very, very moving piece on the news, and that has you sort of upset, to sort of, okay, right, I'm going to cook some beans now. And we can switch it on and off too easily.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have to talk about the single greatest way of presenting music I've ever seen that happened with Chop Chop. Unfortunately, we're talking about this, but they're sold out, and that is the Chop Chop chopping board. Who came up with that?
I was at dinner in a friend's house, and they had a Lion King chopping board. And we had, just finished the record, Chop Chop, and, have a few drinks, talked about the fancy idea of making a chopping board with a CD in it. And lo and behold, we eventually found some people in Dublin who were really into the idea of making it happen for real. So it did.
And it sold out, like, immediately.
Yeah, it did. I think people are really into those sort of crazy ideas now. A couple of hundred, flew out the door. They're pretty, they're about 2.5 kilograms each. So they were, to post, were pretty expensive. But I think people really dug the idea, so it happened.
And you don't necessarily have to keep the CD in the chopping board once you've received it. It might get messy.
That's true. They are food safe. We would like people to use them as chopping boards if they like, but could get food stuck in places that it shouldn't, and stuff. So it could get messy.
Absolutely. You said something when we were talking earlier about playing the small acoustic tour in theaters, and here in the States, Bell X1's profile is if you were to play theaters here, it wouldn't be a small show, right?
Sure.
And I don't think people quite understand the scale difference between this band at home and here in the U.S. Have you been able to maintain your position at home?
We've been toppled from our lofty perch a few times over the years, I think.
Yes.
It's from record to record, we're given everything that's happened in Ireland with our roller coaster of a decade, I suppose, we've managed to retain a really loyal fan base, which is
fantastic.
Amazing. Yeah. I think it's because a lot of people sort of got on board from the early days, from seeing us play live before we had anything on the radio, before we had any profile as such, and those people have really stayed with us. So we're very grateful for that.
Bell X1 are our guests, and we're moving through some of the songs from Chop Chop. What's up next?
We're going to do a song called Faint Praise. Alrighty. Yeah. 1, 2, 4. Stronger, no matter how much taste I throw, for it is flawed and dangerous, hollow, ringing in my ears, and the bitter aftertaste like rust. Sidestep anything to dance around the fire. I need to say it aloud. The life
instead.
That is another one from Chop Chop from Bell X1. That is Faint Praise, the new album. And it is fabulous to have this band in our studio. Any switches here for the end of the night?
Yeah, Bill's going to play some piano.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Some friends come in and out of view. Last time I left, we were dancing like dogs on fire. Now I'm laughing with your little girl, laughing about my sunburn on that day. Oh, it's good to see you smile. I remember how I held you as I cried and flailing like a landed fish, trying to get back to before his day went awry. But who'd make the call when the time is up and everyone pointing at the sky, screaming the air is night, it's coming, like an explorer clearing ground, swinging your blade, flashing in the sun. You cut right through my moped, picked me up and then was on your way. I treasure the scars we'll always have. I don't remember where we were, don't think we've returned. These moments are fleeting as they are pure, but I think you'd make the cut when the time is up and everyone pointing at the sky, screaming the air is night, it's coming. Everybody for the last time, come here to me for the last time. Will it be a fireball from the sky, or will we all take to the bed, laid low by a new pox? Oh, will the wrong guy get the codes? Whose arms would I seek? Whose eyes would I meet in the final throes and say it was good to be human, to be a human with you here? I think you'd make the cut when the time is up and everyone pointing at the sky, screaming the air is night. Oh, I think you'd make the cut when the time is up and everyone pointing at the sky, screaming the air is night, it's coming. Hold me, 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 it's coming.
A cheerful song about the apocalypse, finishing up the Chop Chop, the new album, and finishing up our session from Bell X1.